Well, folks, the internet has now been mulling over some amazing tape of a beautiful, beautiful ballerina. And it's not great. There is a video that has now gone viral of a person named Sophie Rebecca. This has gone viral online. Sophie Rebecca is apparently a ballet dancer who back in 2017 became the first person who is a dude awarded a female scholarship at the Royal Ballet, at the Royal Academy of Dance. Circa 2017, quote, a former male racing driver has become one of the first openly transgender ballet students to pass a Royal Academy of Dance exam. Sophie Rebecca, 35, was a racing driver for nearly a decade before leaving motorsport to chase her childhood dream of becoming a ballet dancer. This would be a very, very large dude, by the way. She originally began learning ballet as James at 17, but was dropped from class after a teacher found out about her gender struggles. Apparently, the Royal Academy of Dance abandoned rules that only people born as women should be allowed to take its female dance courses in 2013. And this person passed the exam. I will say this person was not an A student. So this is pretty astonishing stuff. This is it is not good. So apparently, RAD is a ballet style which fuses features of the French, Italian, Russian, and Danish traditions. The RAD is also a credentialing organization, according to National Review, and Sophie Rebecca claims to have passed 5 levels of the dance exams with a merit in grade 7 and a distinction in grade 8. Apparently, that just means that you have studied the style. But unsurprising to say, this is it's an absurdity. Here is some of the tape of Sophie Rebecca dancing. This is a person who, again, was granted some sort of benefit from the Royal Academy of Dance. It's not great. Now, what's kind of funny is that look at the camera shake every time. It's like Jurassic Park with shaking water glass. This is not good, folks. This is very awkward. Boom. Okay, the reason this comes in for mockery is not because of this person, who, honestly, I feel a little bit bad for. This is a person who is an overweight, middle-aged man who's dancing around in a leotard. I feel bad for that person. What I do not feel bad for is the standard. The standard must not change. This is not what ballet is supposed to look like. Men who pretend that they are dancing female ballet and are treated by society as though they are dancing female ballet are destroying the standard. Standards do matter in a society. You know, the attempt to pretend that this is what great ballet looks like because men can actually dance in the same way as women is simply silly. It is simply silly. And yet this is precisely what has now been promoted, culminating with a performance in which actual women studying ballet who have trained their whole lives to, look graceful while they dance end up carrying flowers over to a middle-aged man in a dress. A special bow for the very large male wearing the dress. And here are all the women who actually trained for years and are graceful and actually know how to dance ballet. And they are going to actually pick up flowers from the floor and pay homage to the large gentleman. This is the new feminism. The new feminism is women handing prizes to men for being women. Slow clap for the new feminism. We'll get to more of that in just 1 second. First, are you tired of overpaying for your phone service? Well, Pure Talk can fix that for you. They offer top-notch coverage at an affordable price. The average family saves over $900 per year with Pure Talk. You can get the same exact coverage you're used to at half the rate you're currently paying. Pure Talk offers a variety of phones to choose from, including the latest iPhones and Samsung Galaxy devices. With a range of affordable plans to choose from, you can find the perfect options for your needs. Get unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $30 a month with no contract. Switch over to Pure Talk in as little as 10 minutes. Keep your phone and your phone number. Their U.S. customer service team is available to answer any questions you might have and help you make the most of your plan. The CEO and chairman of Pure Talk is a U.S. military veteran. When you become a Pure Talk customer, you're given the option to support America's Warrior Partnership, an organization that works to prevent veteran suicide. Not only will you save a lot of money, you'll also get the satisfaction of knowing that you're supporting an amazing American company. I'm a customer. I use Pure Talk for all my business phone calls. You should do the same thing. Don't settle for less than the best. Go to puretalk.com, enter promo code Shapiro. Save 50% off your very first month of coverage. That's puretalk.com, promo code Shapiro. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless. Alrighty, so it is very, very important for responsible people to have life insurance. A good life insurance plan can give you peace of mind that if something happens to you, your family will have a safety net to cover mortgage payments, college costs, or other expenses. Life insurance through your workplace might not offer enough protection for your family's needs. It won't follow you if you leave your job. Since life insurance typically gets more expensive as you age, now would be the time to buy. Policy Genius makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from top companies and find your lowest price. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies starting at just $25 per month for $1 million in coverage. Some options offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius's licensed agents, they work for you, not the insurance companies, which means they don't have an incentive to recommend one insurer over another, so you can actually trust their guidance. There are no added fees. Your personal information remains private. Your loved ones deserve that financial safety net, and you deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head on over to policygenius.com/Shapiro. Click the link in the description. Get your free life insurance quotes. See how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/Shapiro. Again, all responsible people need to have life insurance. I have life insurance. My wife has life insurance. You should have life insurance as well. Policy Genius makes it easy. Go to policygenius.com/Shapiro. Well, you would think perhaps he is vulnerable in his reelect effort, would you not? He is no longer with us, Joe Biden. Unfortunately, he remains the odds-on favorite to win re-election. I say this despite the fact that Joe Biden is currently riding in the actual presidential approval ratings at low ebb. He is not doing particularly well. That does not matter because, again, if the Republicans cannot get it together, then they will not be able to get it together to beat him. Right now, he has been climbing a little bit in the public approval ratings. The Economist YouGov has him at 4 points underwater. Rasmussen has him at 2 points underwater. IBD-TIPP has him at dead even at 45. The only recent poll that shows him like severely underwater, this is a new kind of wave of quasi-pro-Biden polling. The spread remains at about 8%, but that's the lowest it's been in about a year. So he's on a bit of an upswing right here. And you would imagine that now would be a good time for Republicans to start to centralize around candidates who can win, right? I mean, because Republicans presumably want to win. Maybe that's a priority for them, would be winning. I know, this is a weird idea, that you don't actually vote because you do it out of ardent love for a person, and that voting isn't actually about the wonderful personal relationship you wish to have with a candidate, and that no matter how many times you vote for Doug Mastriano in a primary, he's not going to win a general election in Pennsylvania. I know these are hard things to say, but as someone who would like to see Joe Biden not be in office, you know what I would love is to see Joe Biden be defeated. That would be a really, really good thing. The reason I point this out at this point is something occurred to me over the last couple of days. You know, President Trump, who is the most likely nominee right now by the polling data, but in the Republican Party, he says that he won the 2020 election and that he was robbed out of it. So I have really one question, because I really care about Republicans not losing. And that is, what is your plan to correct this? Let's assume that's all true. Okay, I don't actually think that's true. I don't think that he was robbed of the 2020 election. I think that the election was informally rigged by the media and by social media. I think that the rules of the election were changed to benefit Democrats dramatically. The more mail-in ballots were sent than ever before. The ballot harvesting was done at a level never before attempted. I think all of that is true. But was the election actually actively stolen in the sense that, like, ballot boxes were being stuffed and votes were being thrown in rivers and that sort of? No, I don't think that the evidence is there for that, nor does pretty much anyone else who has actually examined a huge variety of including Donald Trump's own legal team. Okay, but let's assume that I'm wrong. Let's assume that Trump is totally right, that what actually happened in 2020 was nefarious people in the dead of night bringing trucks filled with ballots down to the Fulton County courthouse and just stuffing those ballots. Or in Arizona, Maricopa County, just a bunch of illegal immigrants voting and no one bothering to check the votes, or whatever is the theory of the day. Let's assume that all of that is right. What is Donald Trump's plan to correct this? Does he have a plan to correct this? Because if not, that means he is, by his own theory, going to lose again. It seems like this would make a difference, and this is why it would actually matter to hear a plan for that. When he talks about his positions, all of that is well and good, but none of those positions get made into policy if he doesn't win. So just to give an example of somebody who doesn't really understand, this is one of the problems for Trump when he was the actual president, is he doesn't understand how the system works. So Donald Trump was talking about progressive DAs, and he was saying that he was promising to fire what he called Soros district attorneys. Here he goes.
If we cannot restore the fair and impartial rule of law, we will not be a free country. As president, it will be my personal mission to restore the scales of justice in America. We will have fairness and equality under the law, and to that end, I will appoint U.S. attorneys who will be the polar opposite of the Soros district attorneys and others that are being appointed throughout the United States. Very unfair to our population, very unfair to our country. They will be the 100 most ferocious legal warriors against crime and communist corruption that this country has ever seen.
Okay, so I agree with all of that inside the federal DOJ, but you may have noticed that Soros-funded district attorneys are all state-level employees. You can't actually fund a federal-level district attorney George Soros can't do that. That's not how federal DAs get made. You get hired by the DOJ as a low-level DOJ staffer. You maybe make it up to district attorney. Not to DA, you make it up to an attorney for the DOJ. And again, like knowing how the system actually operates is crucial to actually being able to shape the system. And this remains one of my big questions about Donald Trump. Now, again, none of this means that Donald Trump isn't being victimized by the quote-unquote system. He is being victimized when it comes to, for example, this district attorney case in Manhattan. But Bragg is not a federal employee. Bragg is a state-level employee. He's a New York district attorney. He's a Manhattan district attorney. Donald Trump, as president, could not do anything about all of that. Alrighty, guys, the rest of the show is continuing right now. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be getting into conflict in the Middle East and the mailbag. If you're not a member, become a member. Use code Shapiro at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans. Click the link in the description and join us.